men that I wanna. Actually, I'm gonna heat it up real quick, motherfucker. I'm LeBron. Listen, Flex, we just met, but I know it don't seem like R. Kelly wet dreams. I always keep 16s. Nigga.
How cold is that bar though?
Me and Flex looking in the index for buff net, nigga, just for some hot butt sex.
He's really good at freestyling though, like incredibly good. Fam, I've got to find the best line.
He talking about a freestyle, nigga, fuck rap, fuck that. I was trying to take him back and take off that hat.
You know what he's doing like an Eminem?
Yeah, he doesn't keep like, bro, he doesn't come across as gay to me. He comes across as an absolute troll. There's being comfortable with your sexuality and then there's Tyler the Creator and specs.
But that is comfortable. That is the ultimate comfort. It's like, yo, I'll
That's the ultimate.
poet in the back of the car. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't think I'm that comfortable. I won't say I'm that
I write
comfortable.
poetry when I write these bars. Fucking poet in the back of the car. What? You know what I'm saying? Bro, it's easy. What?
I don't think that was the
Hood
conversation.
off.
Nah, bro. Hood on, fam.
Hood off, and I ain't talking about a car. It's me and poet. I'm spitting these bars.
No, you're not, bro. Guys.
I'm saying light work, bro. He got thongs on.
Bro.
We got a bong on.
You got a bog on. You got the fog on. I'm not in the room, the building.
Smoking weed and I ain't using a condom.
Don't say that! Fam. Cuz go away, fam.
Oh shit. Screaming Trey, way. My snitch on him. So I can go to pen and have my own way.
So Vuj is the Serbian Tyler the Creator, fam.
Tyler the creator bitch. Fuck poet and I'ma take his bitch.
So you're having sex with me to take my girlfriend?
That's on this rapping thing, bro. Shout out to my gay guys, come on.
The journey we've taken together, we've gone through we've never had an argument.
We've never had an argument.
Never had an argument.
No, me and Poet have never had an argument.
But we've gone through
7
every
years.
emotion you can with two people, and there's a mutual respect that I learned from David about people's space. So one thing I noticed about Vuj was he was very comfortable in his own space.
I love my own space, bro. Even my mum used to tell me when I was a baby.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like babies want to sleep with their parents, like, you know, like next to the parents. So like, no, bro, get me in a cot.
So
I'm
there's
trying
a story about Vuj.
trying to get on the
actually.
property ladder, bro.
I love him. There's a story about him when he was 7 months old. Man just started walking because they put him in the bed. He said, "Nah, scrap that. I got my own cot. I'm doing my own thing.
Yeah, bro.
Want to put nappies in there? I'm patterned. Man, jump back in the flipping cot, fam.
Independence.
But I respect that though.
Safe, bro.
Could you make me like my own space now?
No,
And I
you've
can
got
stay
to be
by myself
comfortable in your own space. Like.
comfortably.
I'm so happy that I just feel like I'm blessed to be alive, Bro, and experiencing life, all aspects of life. I'm grateful for the darkest moments in my life, and I've seen a lot of dark things and been through dark things, but if I didn't go through them, I wouldn't appreciate where I'm at now. And it's just a fucked up thing. So when you're in that dark space, you have to like be like, rah, this is gonna pass too, because everything passes. And like I have been through and witnessed a lot of things, which I don't like to overly speak about, because I don't like to give it attention at this moment in my life. But like, and in the end, you're like, rough. I'm like, this is okay.
More time, it has as much value as you place on it. So I
100%.
try not to care about a lot of things. I'm like,
but things get to you though. Things get to you. You get triggered.
But you know
easy.
why?
You're
Because
reactive, bruv.
I'll tell you why.
Alright, you're so reactive.
Because I don't like, I'm too emotional. If I don't like something,
yeah, I know.
I just need to go.
You're so
I cannot be around something I don't like, because I don't feel, as a big man, I have to tolerate anything. I don't have to tolerate nothing.
That's you, innit?
I can go home. But why should I tolerate something?
No,
why?
I agree. Why should I don't. I tend to just like observe, and then I'm like, oh, okay, interesting.
Vuj is patient. So Vuj will find...
I've learned patience. I haven't always been patient.
But you look like you will look at a situation and find out why it's happening in your own accord. I ain't got time for that. I don't own time.
Yeah.
It doesn't belong to me. Someone's given me this life. I didn't ask for it. It wasn't a computer game. I said, how can I jump in? And when I leave, it's not up to me. So if you do something to me, I need to know why you're doing this.
Life's amazing. Life's crazy though, because like, I feel like eventually you learn that you can choose how to react. I think that's the power that we hold, is like, we can eventually choose how to react. So I can choose to be angry. I can choose to be, like, once you regain that power in yourself, you can choose. And then that's when real, true life begins, is because then you're choosing how to live, you're choosing how to react to things.
How's the view, Tim?
But you know what it is as well? I'm Serbian, innit? So my cultural upbringing, my conditioning, how I was raised, my experience of the world is Serbian. It doesn't mean I'm Serbian, but my experiencing is that.
Yeah.
So culturally, we're very cynical. We've been through many wars. Yeah. We've been through slavery. Like, so when you've been through fuckery all your life, genetically, in my DNA, I'm gonna question shit.
Now, in Jamaica, my granddad's house, the toilet's outside. Now, for me personally,
so culturally as well,
I've seen so much fuckery in Jamaica. But then when it's politics season in Jamaica, man are dying.
I know.
There's gunshots.
I am aware.
So realistic, I know you're aware, but it's like, I just can't take much things serious.
Exactly.
It's very hard.
So I'll be honest, I used to judge all these like people in media companies and like people that maybe like, you know, are like preachy in general. And it used to get to me. And I'd be like, nah, that's injustice. I need to brrr. But then after a while, I was like, they've got me by the ballsack. So I can't enjoy my life because I'm so focused on what they're doing.
So they're distracting you away from what you want to do.
I have been tricked. And then I said no more. But that process, you watch the process disintegrate. And then you're like, raw, everything's cool, really. And so now, I even like, for example, right, I was a refugee and shit, right? So I'd post about the war.
Yeah,
and I never mention, I try to these days not mention nationality. I try to just mention that this is bullshit. But there's always someone in the comments who goes, but your people did this. I'm like, wow. So me as a 5-year-old was responsible. Just because I'm from this place, I'm responsible for murders. Like, it's mad.
But then as people, I reckon one thing we're attracted to is negative comments. I reckon that is about 2 or 3 comments out of 100.
Before, that would trigger me, and I'd comment back. And now I'm like, so cool. Wow. Fascinating. Humans. And I just move on. But you know what I mean? Like, but it's a process of like, because I always want to know why I feel what I feel. I don't want to know who's done it or why they've done it. I want to know, why do I feel this? And when you ask the why you feel it, bro, like it becomes a bit easier to like deal with life. No, I'm not fully there. I'm like, I like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not like, oh shit. But I'm 27, life's gonna carry on happening. I still like to wank into socks. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that needs to stop.
Nah, because they're the socks I don't use. So I just throw them away after. I don't wash them. But you know what I'm saying?
Like,
you
at one point, you don't use
the small ones. Yeah, the small ones.
Just throw them. So now you have socks just specifically for wanking.
We have our astute geologist here.
I feel like there's this thing, right? There's a wonderful thing we humans have, and you can't really measure it, and you can't really put it into. You can't scientifically prove it. Because I think we live in this world where everything needs to be scientifically proven for the masses to believe it.
Yeah.
But we are much more intuitive than that. There's a thing called intuition in your belly. There's a feeling. And when you do something right? When you're doing something which you like and you follow, and your life perhaps is in peace, there's not violence around you, you're living in like an aligned way, that feeling feels good. And you feel, it feels good. And when you start doing stuff against yourself, and that's the struggle of that is the struggle of life. You need to go through those feelings to be like, rah, that you start going against that gut feeling. And I think when you start going against it too much, you get up in a zone which isn't you. I think that's how we create all these scenarios in our heads.
With me, for me, it was a mad thing. So I spoke to my dad. He told me, what are you actually doing all this for? I was like, I want to be successful. And he goes, so why do you care what this person's saying?
Mad.
Like, if you're trying to please them, then fair enough. But if your aim is not to please them, why do you care? I was like, cool. Then someone said to me, don't take paracetamol for someone else's headache. If they don't like you, that's their problem. I said, cool. And then the last one was this yard man called Cash, too funny. He said to me, no matter how much good in life you do, the devil won in peace. I said, what does that mean? He goes, when you're doing bare good things in your life, all the things that happened back in the day sometimes crop up.
Life is just fascinating. Like, I'm very observant of my state.
Do you know what? Vuj has definitely made me do self-evaluation. You started telling, you introduced me to yoga, you introduced me to meditation, and then I started meditating every Sunday for a while, and then you assess your week, and then you're like, why am I taking these things so serious?
Yeah, bro!
It's not even that deep,
Yeah,
cuz.
bro!
Forget Frank, where's the ocean, fam? Man ain't trying to swim. I can't even swim.
I realized like...
How can I take it deep and I can't swim? So now I'm drowning.
Yeah, because there's a world outside of you, right?
Yeah.
And that's this external world that we give so much reality to. But then there's a world inside of you, and you've got to make sure the world inside of you is at peace, regardless of what's going on outside of you. Obviously, easier said than done, But you've got to like, you've got to make sure that world inside is feeling good, bro. But in the way of the Buddhist philosophers and all this shit, you have to suffer before you can become free. You can't know freedom by just living. You know freedom by suffering. So people that go to the darkest places and suffer the most are the people that can find freedom. And I don't want to change the world. I want to make sure I change myself first and my immediate surroundings are feeling good. And then that will ripple the change out. You don't go change the ocean if your pond is dirty. So I'm saying, clean up.
If you got a pond, you're doing all right, fam, because I
got
had
a
a
pond,
balcony and it was mad.
A lake. Sorry, a lake's probably a better one.
A lake.
But either way,
Why not a
like, the
puddle?
thing's crazy. Life's crazy. The world's very, very interesting. I think when you analyze it from a more detached way, bro, like we're living a very grateful and blessed life.
For me, I'm the
Live
first
just
black
be
man to go to
grateful,
space,
bro.
so I don't really care what
Yeah,
man I
exactly.
say.
I'm the first Serbian guy, and
So for me, that just lets me know. like, what am I
normally
moaning for?
we're visiting other places.
And more time, what was I
more
moaning
courts.
about? What was I moaning about, really?
I think you're just moaning, bro.
Yeah.
I'm moaning, innit?
Sorry about
I used to
that.
hate being around you, bro.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm
I used to hate
sorry,
about
man.
being around everyone. We're stupid as fuck, but we're so amazing. I think that's the amazingness of life, is like the duality, as they say. It's like there's good, bad,
I don't think we're stupid.
stupid, smart. I think we are.
I'll tell you why I don't think we're
We're
stupid.
hella stupid,
Misha,
bro.
imagine this.
Because-
imagine this. Let me land, because you were landing. Let me land. I'm saying, if you believe in God, that means the world has been happening since after Christ for 2019 years.
Yeah.
So I can't be called stupid because all I know is 34 years of living. I don't know anything about the rest of that happened. I only know 34 years of living, and I think I've done decent. So if I make a mistake, I don't look at that as stupidity. That's just a mistake, something we're all prone to making. Because life's been happening
And there's like these,
for
so
time.
for example, like, if you look at the mainstream media, right?
Yeah.
And you keep believing everything they say, that isn't a mistake. You're choosing for yourself to be brainwashed.
Do you know what? I realised I was talking about me and you, and there's a really big
There's a
one.
big world.
It's because we're in space. I just
are in
isolated
space.
to me
We're
and you.
looking at the world
All right,
from a
so let me
different
go back to
perspective now.
All right, cool. There are stupid decisions, you're right.
Yeah, we are.
That
And,
is
like,
stupid.
we still are at times stupid. Like I am, at times I catch myself being so stupid.
No, I don't think you do.
I do, bruv, because man does dumb shit. I'll just
but
be
I
like,
think
whoa,
stupid.
that was dumb.
I would find it funny.
Yeah, yeah.
I
No,
don't
but
think
that's
stupidity
the
is
great
funny.
thing of life, is like
Perspective.
there's no perfection, and I think like we always like seeking perfection. Society expects perfection, and it's just like, and I even like when I'm on social media these days and I see how someone reacts to me or reacts to something someone does, I'm like, it's all a reflection of yourself. How you react to something is purely a reflection of yourself. Purely, like if something triggers me and I am putting my energy to go leave a comment somewhere, that means that's me. Whatever they've done. I've chosen to react. And then I'm looking at this whole social media space and everybody's like offended and angry and all this. I'm like, bro, there's so much pain around, bro. Just like go for a jog, deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, but fuckery happens. I get it, but it's like how we choose to react to the fuckery.
Charlie.
This is when I clocked here.
God.
Life's weird, bro. I was like 3. Yeah, no joke. Maybe even like,
How do you remember this
I
stuff?
think I was 2 or 3, yeah. And I was like, my mom's taking me nursery, innit? I didn't even want to go nursery because I was like, I like home. Like, why am I going to go chill with these kids? Anyway, I'm in nursery now. And it's like,
on a social
no, but it's like 11 a.m. And the teacher's like, you got to go nap. And they get the beds out in Serbia, and we're all napping.
My bro, it
I'm
happens
like,
everywhere.
I know, but I woke up at 8. I've got things to be done here. Why are you human? You look a big human as well. I was just there like this year.
You didn't sleep, did you?
I was like 2 or 3 years old, didn't it?
Did you sleep?
No, I was like, yeah, but I'm looking around and I'm like, So Ivan was over there with his teddy bear. You got like Svetlana there and shit. Like, why am I here? Why are these people wasting my time? I don't even know how and why, but I just remember the memory and shit was weird. And probably because I was born during like a war, innit? So like, I have a fear, because you know like when you read all these things, right? So 0 to 7 is when your subconscious is you're just taking in everything. So I think like, because I was born in very weird surroundings, where there was a lot of people around me that were growing up being very weird, I've had to question everything.
Yeah.
It's like if you remember like bombs falling, you're gonna be like,
What the hell?
what's that loud bang? You're always gonna be like, what? Like, why is everybody around me being weird? Why am I driving through a forest?
No, but not everyone will be that. Some people will normalize that, and then they'll go to another environment, which is actually quite
But you feel me? So I've always had to question.
100%.
And then when I moved to London, it was obviously like, my language was different, so I had to speak different. I wrote differently, so like, I've always been in environments where I'm like,
To question stuff.
why am I like brass? I have to adapt here, adapt to. You always have it. Then you realize everyone's adapting, because when you're just a baby, you're nothing.
This is my dad's theory on you. My dad goes, you have my perspective, you have your perspective, and you have reality. Vuj don't care about your perspectives. He's just living his reality. It's like, the dad goes, let me show you a video. So he put on the video of you dancing. He goes, now, them people think he's crazy. He might think it's funny. But in reality, it's just a man dancing on the street.
Yeah.
Why does anyone even care that much?
I think that's what I realized. Yeah.
That's why my dad said, I like him, because he's not glorifying what he's doing. He's just doing what he enjoys, because in his perspective, that's fun. And to other people, he's crazy. But in reality, he's just dancing on the street.
But in reality, there is a one reality, which is the world. And in terms of like trees, nature, we are just our perspectives until we step away from those perspectives and see that
This is just what's going on.
this is just what's going on. So like when people are giving importance to like politics and all these and arguing and killing each other, you're like, wow, you just believe, you just have had experience. So you've had experiences and thoughts in environments which have led you to actions.
Yeah.
But you've chosen, at one point, you've chosen to believe those thoughts and believe the environment, and that leads to that reality. So what I'm saying is like life's obviously like a process that carries on going, and like we have to enlightenment and being in touch with ourselves, spirituality, whatever you want to call it, I think is what we need to focus on more.
I think I didn't ask to be here. I was probably here because of a really good party and too much alcohol, and no one decided to do more.
But it's true.
So now I'm here, and it's like, so I'm not in control of when I came. I was
Sometimes
my dad
you
apparently.
are in socks.
Yes.
If socks are involved.
But I'm not in control of when I actually disappear. So this whole time I'm here is borrowed time.
Borrowed.
So someone's giving me something.
And you're not even a badger.
And I'm not even using it. Imagine I gave you £100 and you wasted it in a day. I need my £100 back. So this time that's been given to me, I better do something good with it, because it's not even mine. Imagine this, and this is not even mine.
Time don't exist though.
And time don't exist. So you know what? If this time's not mine and time don't exist.
Meantime, shout out to Sapiens.
Yeah.
Was created so trains could run on time, so we could have an industry.
So why do I care?
So time was created for capitalism.
No, so why do I care?
And we like trading.
None
things.
of these things exist.
Ain't nothing wrong with trading.
Nah,
things,
fam. There's something wrong with training day. I tell you that. Denzel Washington.
But you know what I'm saying though?
great
Like,
films,
I feel like because we don't, so right, humanity, right? Because we're so focused on the physical reality and what's being served to us every day. We never step back from anything, right?
Yeah.
So things are always happening. We believe it, and our life goes in a blitz, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know where I'm going. But what I'm saying is, no one knows where they're going. This is all just.
And do you know what I know that's
we're in
true?
space.
Let me say this. This is the first time I said this. I'm going to be brutally honest about it.
Yeah.
When my kids were in Sweden, I was always scared of the prospect of raising them by myself. I was terrified.
Yeah.
If you said to me, you got to raise them by yourself, I would have tried to find
dad.
any excuse. I would have been like, I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm too
Switching
scared.
things up, man's a single dad.
Now I'm a single dad.
Sick. And how do you find it?
Amazing, because I said to
You just start
myself,
a GoFundMe.
I'm going to start a GoFundMe to get me and my kids
Buggy.
to
And some Gregs.
not a buggy and Greg's. Something
You should do it
far
for
more
a
valuable.
buggy and some Gregs.
And a cot.
And a Ribena. Just for you.
Wait,
not for the kids.
Ribena Light or Ribena? Or no, the new Ribenas
Not
that
for
are
the
like
kids.
mango.
We don't give the kids sugar. We give them iPhones because we want them to be robots. We want them to become algorithms. Life's just crazy and you can't really control these things. They just, you know.
Have a laugh.
You have to have a laugh, bro, because like.
Just have fun. It's just not that deep. I promise you. It's
I
not
think
that deep.
I think it is that deep to you sometimes, though.
Oh, what? If you invade my
You
personal
just
space?
Take it there deeply, bro.
Come on, Frank Ocean thing. But if it's just a laugh, I say just have a laugh.
Have a laugh, bro.
No, have a nice, bro.
Not have a nice, you get me. Just have a nice. If you've watched this talk and enjoyed it, I hope you've had a good time. If you haven't, well, that's cool. That's not really a problem, is it, really?
I wouldn't advise you to take everything serious in this convo.
Nah, definitely not. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll probably change my mind within like 2 hours. Because we have a plasticity, right? Neuroplasticity in our brains, which means our brain's always changing. So, you know, when people are like, that's you. They're like, well, I might have said that a while back, but it's not me anymore. People, it must be tough for them people, though.
What's that?
That are like, the world is like this, and I'm like this, and you're like this. And you're like, just life's always changing, isn't it? Like the weather's always changing. So how come? Why are we the only ones that can't change?
No, he's good, Charlie.
Because now you're going to get my... That was lit.
Reach up for the stars.
Because we're in space.
Yeah, exactly. I'll do that.
You're amazing, so amazing. Young Jeezy, I can't believe he's on that. Can we get much higher, higher? Kanye West, I might forgive you, you know. I've forgiven you. In the space of 3 seconds, I've just forgiven you for everything
I'm
you've
just
done.
thinking of really, really interesting bars in my head while you were doing that.
I really hate you because I feel like you're going to express them any minute now.
Very sexy bars.
Go.
Nah, just like, I don't
Go.
need. Nah, bro, because like they're about beating you, so. Obviously, come on, bro. We swing everywhere on this show.
Not we. Let's just speak in French, fam.
You know what it is, yeah?
Soldier boy.
Soldier boy up in the hole.
I don't know if I want to crank that anymore. I don't know what. I kind of want to go back to Earth and just chill.
I think like now we've just taken it too far.